DL Trader here with today's trade recap. It's Wednesday, the 21st of November. Okay, so much better trading today. I think I'm happy with most. Is I listened to my own advice from my trade recap yesterday. I tweeted this morning, new focus today. If my trade's not worked out, avoid shorting after 11 a.m. and avoid midday grind. Also need to improve stopping out and accepting when I'm wrong. So took that advice on board and traded much better today. So first trade I took today was ABIL. Here's the chart end of day. So former runner gapped up this morning over this daily chart line here of 3.72. Another level here to look at was the $5 area. I try and keep an eye on these levels. I have to say I need a bit of work to be done on that. Do get a bit sucked into looking at the intraday chart only, so work to be done there. So let's play this one back from the beginning. So gap up, as I say, shorted into the morning rip, and looking to scalp that move. You get the quick volatile movements in the morning, so looking to be quicker with the shorting into the rip, covering the dips. Worked out nicely. I think I got 3/4 of that off there. I did then short into that bounce and stopped out here just as it broke over high of day, so correctly stopping out. Got short on the backside just in case that was a stuff over high of day for the fade, and let it ride a little bit, test this high of day. It came back, so I shorted some more with risk here and then stopped out. So this is something I'm proud of. I didn't, like yesterday, get sucked in. I simply stopped out and let it set up again. So shorted again to the rip, shorted some more here, and once again stopped out. So these entries here weren't the best. I didn't give it enough time to rip up higher, so trying to avoid that instant sort of getting back in. Nevertheless, managed to stop out, which was good, and then re-attack higher, covering into the wash here. And I think I got all my shares off here, just trying to scalp that front side. Then shorted some more. At this point, I really felt like it's starting to go parabolic. It's made a big move from the 420s up to 620s, $2 move. So as this candle got bigger and bigger, I was thinking this could provide a big pullback. So shorted in more heavy up here because I was flat from this move, so I didn't have a poor average to worry about. And it pulled back, so I covered some here, covered some more here, adding again on the pop. So sort of really working the trade here, covering and shorting higher, which builds that average. You get the average up, and you're controlling the risk as it goes, as you're letting go of some shares lower and adding more higher. Work that system, shorting more on the pops, covering on the washes, and trying to ride that one down. And it just working around that call worked really nicely, and actually got most of my shares off here. Left the screens and then set my rest at break even, which was this stop out here. So could have took in some more profits, but you got to let your winners run. Who knows how low this one could have gone here? So I don't regret that. And it was small partial. I think it was a quarter size, maybe a fifth left only. Fast forward. Now this is the best bit. I missed that midday grind, missed all that, and come back to the screens at 2 o'clock and saw this move here, considered a short, decided I want a better entry, wanted to sort of test this previous bounce here. So got short and stopped out really quickly just for a tiny loss. Just felt like I wanted to see it drop there, otherwise it might rip up higher. And then missed that big move, that big drop. Could have took it there with the risking there, but didn't want to get caught out. Keep shorting, keep failing. So once it had done this big pullback, I watched to see if it could bounce, and after it couldn't bounce, I shorted and then added to the winner here and covered into this wash. I didn't want to be too patient at this point because it's already come down a lot and it is more likely to pop back up. So just a little adding to the profits on that trade there. So that was ABIL. A little bit like the trade yesterday on ANY, but a much better trading. Stopping out where I should, attacking again, and working the core. Well. Second trade of the day was LMFA. So LMFA, you know, another former runner, likes to spike, but a lot of these previous attempts have just failed. So I opened up in the morning, it got alerted on my memo scanner, rejected this pre-market high. So I decided to get short, risking up here. Instant washouts, I covered some, added back on the bounce, covered some more, and then stopped out just here, as I think this was my break-even spot. Again, much better trading because I'm stopping out. I'm not getting sucked in to try and trade this stuff here. Let it do what it wants to do, and then potentially look at it as a PM trade after 2. So saw this huge volume come in, a spike up to 220s, topped out, pulled back. So I thought, okay, let's get a small starter on. So at this point I was risking, you know, 15 cents, and I only took 100 shares, so $10 to $15 risk. Pulled back, so added to the winner, and then covered into the wash. After it bounced and failed, got short more, and then shorted more for the breakdown. At this point, I did reduce my stop to break even, which was 2.02. So trying to get the size on whilst controlling risk was the idea of this trade. Got a nice washout, covered into that, and considered another ad here after it couldn't bounce, but you know, it's already gone down a bit. I don't want to get caught with poor ads ruining the average and it pops up and I give my money back. So let it run, covered more into this wash, and wasn't quite patient enough for this big drop, but it nevertheless was a really nice trade from here to here. You know, risking $15, and I think it ended up being about an $80 win. So, you know, if I can get these kind of trades running more often, it's going to be much better. The next trade, LMFA, was INPX. So IMPX, morning pop, halted twice, massive pullback, so shorted into the bounce, covered into wash, added on the next bounce. Got a bit scared here as it did pop over that previous high. It pulled back and I thought, you know what, I'm done with it. It's popped up, held VWAP, I kind of saw it making a higher move, decided just to stop out. And lo and behold, it just fades off all day for a really nice gain. So I did have my stop set just up here somewhere, decided to abandon that and just stop out anyway. So got to try and stop doing that. Whenever you do, it's always the ones that go on and would have been a good winner. The last trade is BOXL. BOXL, big spike, 215s up towards the 3 area. Shorted in with that kind of that starter size, 1/8 size up here, risking the 3s. Instantly pulled back hard, so covered some, looking to get some more shares on, you know, up here. Didn't get the bounce, so just covered into the wash, So small win. You know, it's these sort of trades where it's tricky because you want to take more size into the rip, but you know, I've got to get better at adding to that winner if it does pull back hard, you know, potentially, you know, from 2.5 bouncing up to 2.63, you know, add in here. So a bit of work to be done on the adding to the winners, just like I did on LMFA, you know, pull back, I'm correct, add, risking high of day, you know, before I was risking a bit higher. As it pulls back and I add, you reduce your risk. Okay, so good day overall, good progress. Happy that, you know, I think happy that I could listen to my own advice, avoid the midday grind from 11 till 2, worked out perfectly on ABIL and LMFA. Avoided 2 great midday grinds and made 2 perfect PM trades. Okay, thanks guys. See you next time.